Welcome, guys. I'm actually sitting outside because it's super nice here. The weather is cooled off a little bit, and it's like beautiful. And it's not even dark yet. Look, still a little bit light. I wanted to say, well, first of all, I hope people enjoyed Super Saturday this weekend, and I hope you mark your calendars for August 6th, which is the next Super Saturday, and I hope that you're making that a part of your job to be there, because in order to be a successful coach, you need to do what successful coaches do, and they get plugged in. It's not because it's something that we're trying to, give you more work or make it be like homework, but it's something that's going to help you advance your business. So I hope that everybody's checking out where the Super Saturdays are in their area. And if there isn't one in their local area, they're, hosting one at their house with them and another person. It doesn't matter if you have two people, but it's getting plugged in. Initially, I like to go to big events because it helps you to see what else there is out there and plug into the community in your area and the other coaches and get ideas from them. And it helps to grow your business. That being said, a side note about Summit, they're going to be releasing, I think they did already, released some tickets, the people that were on the wait list. So if you still have a desire to go to Summit and you didn't put yourself on the wait list, I would get on that ASAP. Summit is a part of our job. If you want to advance your business, if you want to really take this all the way, you've got to be at Summit. And it's not something that I'm saying as in like, oh, it's work and this and that. You're going to get so much out of that event, out of being there for the weekend and just being plugged into the community. You will learn more in that weekend than we'll probably ever be able to teach you and all the time that we're mentoring you, just because you're going to experience it. You're going to be immersed in the culture. You're going to be learning from the top leaders. You're going to really see what we're doing as a movement. And I know that some of you are probably like, oh, it's too expensive. I'm going to spend like $1,000 on, the flight and the hotel and the ticket and this and that. And my recommendation or my thought is you can't afford not to. Because the amount that you're going to get out of being that event is going to help your business grow so much. You're going to be losing money if you don't go. You're going to be losing money if you don't go. So if you really want to make this your business and you really want to help a lot of people and you really want to learn how to do that and you really want to, earn a good living doing that, then you've got to be there. That's just a side note. I think I need to start talking about it more because we need to get our numbers up as far as Summit goes. And even if you have a brand new coach that's just starting to build, talk to them about the importance of being there. Because it doesn't matter if they're brand new or if they've been a coach for years. It can be so impactful in their life, and you don't want them to miss out on that opportunity to be there because you didn't tell them about it. And I highly encourage my new coaches to go. And I've had coaches that have enrolled a month before and they've still gone. Okay, those are announcements. Congrats to everybody who earned the Life Changing Club last month. I posted a board on my wall, so if you didn't get tagged in it, feel free to tag yourself or share it on your wall or whatever you want to do. But congrats to everyone. Together we had 290 Success Club points as a team collectively, so that means we've changed at least 290 people's lives, or if you split that in half for challenge packs, then it's 145. But let's see. As far as what this call is going to be about, last week we talked about expressing some of our fears and what's holding us back from reaching our goals in the business. And I know a lot of people have the same fears, and we kind of addressed some of those. Today I want to talk about creating your vision and making that happen. I've been reading a book, and I don't know if some of you have seen, called The Answer. And for me, this book is like literally takes all of my questions that are rattling around my brain and, the things that I have thought but haven't been able to explain them. And it's broken them down for me in a place that I just totally understand and I get. So this book rocks my world. It's very kind of in depth about the brain and how it functions and reconditioning and how we start creating new thought processes and how we turn those into habits. And basically what it starts with is that the conscious brain only controls about 2 to 4% of what's happening in our lives. So, and then the non-conscious brain controls about 96 to 98% of what's happening in our lives. So it's kind of like When you are driving around in your car and you are on your way home from somewhere that you've just spent the night, you've just spent the day out or whatever, and you're driving home and all of a sudden you're home and you don't even remember driving there. That's the non-conscious brain. That's a habit that's been formed, a physical habit that's been formed from just doing it over and over and over again. So you don't have to think about it anymore. So your conscious brain isn't even processing that you're doing that. Your non-conscious brain is taking over and making it happen. Well, the same thing can happen with the habits of our thoughts. So if you're constantly thinking, I can't do this, this is not going to work for me, I'm not good enough, they can do that, but I can't, I'm not as good as them, they have this and I don't, and you keep creating that story in your brain, then what you've done is you've created a habit of thought that is going to make that happen. So your non-conscious brain is going to take over and it's going to drive the car right to what you're thinking, what your conscious brain imprints on it. So what we have to do as business owners, because we're conditioned as children to hear no. We hear no 7 times more than we hear yes. So by the time we've heard 100 no's, we've only heard what? How many times divided by 100? Well, let's see. So we've heard 700 no's. We've only heard 7 times more, or like 100 times more. I don't remember, but it's a lot. I think it's somewhere I've read it's 7 times more. So if you hear no 700 times, then you'd hear yes 100, right? So you hear 100 yeses for 700 no's. So we're conditioned to not think that what we want or what we to think no, it's not going to happen. I can't. That's what we're conditioned as from the time we're little kids. So in this business, we have to recondition ourselves to believe that we can do it. And that's where it all starts. So just as far as goal setting, when you write down your goals for the business and you're like, this is my vision and these are all the things that I want to create, that comes from your conscious brain. That comes from your thoughts, right? So 2 to 4%. So you're writing down, I want to be a 15-star diamond. I want to lead a top 10 team. I want to recruit 10 coaches this month. I want to hit Success Club 20. You're writing down all these goals that are coming from your conscious brain. And then when you start going to work, your conscious brain forgets about them because it's only using it's only in control of 2 to 4%, and it has a very short memory. So it immediately forgets about those goals and they don't come to fruition because those goals actually need to be imprinted on your non-conscious brain for you to start having those goals taking place in your business. So the point is, if you do you write down all those goals and you're like, I believe this in the time that you're writing them. And then a week later, you're like, I can't do any of that. What did I write all that down for? There's no way I'm going to be able to reach any of those goals. You're immediately removing, that imprint that you just had on your non-conscious brain that you're going to reach those goals, and you're replacing it with the imprint that you can't do it. So the author of the book compares it to like a seed, okay? So somebody's going to plant a seed a walnut seed that's going to create a walnut tree, right? Where is the tree in a seed? Where's the tree? Is it inside the seed? Is there a tree in there? So if you open it up, there's going to be the tree inside the seed? No. The tree is actually just potential in the universe. It hasn't been created yet. It's just a seed is holding the potential of that tree, but the tree is not inside of that seed. And the way that the seed is going to grow into the walnut tree is to be planted in fertile soil, is to be watered, is to be taken care of, to be gardened, to get nourishment from the sun and all the things around it, the elements that are going to lead to that walnut seed turning into a walnut tree. Well, it's the same thing with our business. When we sit down and we write that vision and we write, okay, these are all, and we write this crystal clear picture of our vision of all the things that we want. A lot of times we don't even write the things that we want. We write the things that we think we can get. And the reason that we do that is because we don't know how we're going to be able to get all of those things. We don't know how we're going to get that walnut tree because we've never done anything like that before. So we write down the things that we think that we can get, not the things that we actually want. And what does that lead to? it leads to us just getting the things that sometimes we don't even get the things that we wrote down, because we write them down and then a week later we're like, I can't do that. I don't know why I wrote that. There's no way I could be a 15-star diamond. There's no way I can be a leader of 2,000 coaches on my team and all these things. So we start counteracting what we just wrote down. So it's the same thing as the walnut seed. So you plant the seed and you check on it. You dig it up and you check on it every 5 minutes. You're like, did it grow into a walnut tree? No. And then you're like putting it back under the soil and you're planting it and the sun is coming down, right? And it's not doing any of the things that you wanted it to do because you're not giving it the time that it needs to grow into the walnut tree. You're not letting it be nourished long enough with the fertile soil and the sunlight and the water and all the things that it needs, the potential that it's grabbing from around it to be nourished into this thing. So it's the same thing that we do in our business. We're like, okay, we wrote down our goals, we talked to 5 people, and now we're like, is it working yet? Is it a walnut tree yet? And then we're like digging up the soil, we're digging up the seed, and we're looking at it, and it's not growing into the walnut tree. And our business is the same way. We like write down these goals, and then we're like, okay, we did a month of work, and now we're digging it up to see if it's actually growing, but it's not going to grow in a month. It's going to take time. It's going to take nourishing the soil with the sunlight and the water and all the things that it needs to germinate and to grow into the walnut tree. So my point is that if we write down the goals, but then we feed our mind a whole bunch of negative junk that we don't ever believe that we're going to reach them, then we're literally writing it down with our conscious brain, that 2 to 4%, and then we're completely reversing it and not going to reach it because everything that we're putting on our non-conscious brain is negativity. The books is like all about the fact that if we believe and we keep focusing, we focus energy and attention on the goal that we want to reach and taking action every day to reach that goal without, counteracting it with our negative thinking and our can'ts and our won'ts and our it's not happening fast enough, that eventually we will create the situations, just like the walnut seed will create all the things that we need to make our business a success. So just the potential of thinking it and writing it down and creating that vision will start to grab the elements from the universe and bring them into our immediate vicinity for us to be able to accomplish everything that we want to accomplish. And that starts with the crystal clear vision of what you want. Not what you think you can have, but what you want. So I want to share with you guys some of the things that I wrote down as far as where I want to go with my business. Let's see. I'm gonna. First of all, does anybody have any questions or any shares about that? If you want to talk, you can unmute. My answers. Okay, so nobody wants to share. That's cool. All right, so here's a couple of the things that I wrote down from the book that kind of helped me get more clear. And I'm speaking to you guys from a place of like, I do this too. I'm no better than you. Like, I'm not saying like, I am the almighty and I sit here with my little seed and I'm like, yes, my seed's going to grow into this awesome business. I have goals that I want to reach too. And I don't believe that I can. I write them down and I'm like, why are they not happening? I mean, I'm putting in the action, I'm doing all the things, but it's because I don't believe that it's possible. So I'm actually working against myself by not believing that it's possible. And the only way the only way for me to reprogram myself is to it's called the answer. Did you have a question? Oh yeah, you wanted to, okay. You have to click your screen and click unmute to unmute yourself. I don't even think you have your audio on, Caitlin. Okay, so here is my some things some questions that the book poses to you, and here are my answers. What does success look like to me? To me, success means growing my business with integrity and feeling good about working it as I grow, helping as many people as possible, becoming physically fit and financially free, being able to have a house paid off free and clear and live my life with little stress and a lot of openness to giving to others. Then pursuing my true passion of helping others heal from the inside out, introducing as many people as possible to transformative work and helping them really truly love themselves well so they can love others well and raise the consciousness of the planet united together. My dream business is a vehicle that allows me total financial freedom so I can focus all of my energy and attention on bettering myself and helping others better themselves, investing into spreading transformative work throughout the population in order to help others live their best possible lives and raise our vibration as a planet. Because of my dream business, I get to feel completely fulfilled by having a positive impact in the lives of others and being financially free from any traditional 9-to-5 job, having a life of freedom and significance. Because of my dream business, I arrive at the end of the day, of every day, feeling fulfilled, free, blessed, happy, helpful, passionate, compassionate, loving, and energetic. We all have a purpose to serve here, and it's what gives our life meaning. So it's not about the money. It's about what we're doing with the money, about what we're doing in our business. And when we know our purpose, we're happier and more effective at what we do. It gives our life, our purpose basically gives our life meaning, and it's our reason for living. Our goals are just stepping stones on that purpose. And our dream business is just an expression of our purpose. So the things that they ask, the pose, you can write these down if you want, and I'm happy to share this with you, but I am actually doing a accountability group with my team, and we're going through this book together. So, and we're doing it just an accountability group around the 3 Veda behaviors. I think if anyone's interested in that, I think Stephanie's doing like a 7-day with her team. So I don't want to overwhelm anybody. So if you're in that, then I wouldn't suggest doing the one that we're doing, because you don't want to be doing too many things at once, or you're going to be spreading yourself way too thin. But if you aren't doing that training, or you're not on Stephanie's team and you're interested in doing the accountability group and going through the book together, we started today. And I'm happy to invite anybody to that. And we're going to do it throughout this whole month. And the questions that they pose are, what does success look like to you? And then they wrote, my dream business, ... So fill in the blank. And that's what I filled in the blank. Because of my dream business, ... Fill in the blank. And then the next thing I'm going to go to is my vision for my business, which I tried to get it. They want you to get it down to a paragraph. So for me, my business vision is I'm breathing life into thousands of women through health and wellness products and through the coaching opportunity. I'm supporting thousands of women in loving themselves from the inside out, making themselves a priority, becoming physically fit and financially free. I'm earning $6,000 a week in my business. I'm earning an annual amount of $300,000 a year, and I'm leading a team of 3,000 coaches. And I'm leading a 15-star diamond team, and we operate from integrity with honesty and true, authentic caring for one another. We are a family. That's my vision for my business. And it's something that I have to say every day. I say it every day. I'm doing my affirmations and visualization every day, because I don't even right now know how that's possible, how any of that is possible. I know someday it will come to fruition, but I don't know how it's possible right now. So that's it all. That's all I have to share from the book. That I wanted to start it out with that. And now I want it to be a time for everyone to talk about their vision, and let's share ideas, and let's make this interactive and engaging, and let's help you to pull out that vision. And like I said, if anybody's interested in going to the book together in the accountability group that's not already part of the accountability group for this month, feel free to reach out and I'll have you added. And we're doing it through the coach, through the app, through the challenge tracker app, because we're all trying to get used to using it, since that's kind of where the company and the wave of the future is going. So we're going to do it through the app. So if you want to share, you just have to click on your screen and unmute your line, and I'm happy to help you pull that vision out.
I actually have a question about the app. Can I ask that?
Sure.
So I was going to use it because I got really excited after like Super Saturday, and I totally started my group with it, told my new coaches we were using it. I didn't find it worked for me, and maybe you can tell me if there's ways around these issues, but anytime I added someone, my coaches had to be like, hey, here's a new person for me, and I had to add them for like on my computer. I couldn't do anything on the app on my phone. I was a challenger on the app on my phone. Like I was a challenger in my own group, but I couldn't actually run the group from the app on my phone. I had to be like on the computer on the portal. And then one of my coaches, Caitlin, I saw one of her challengers was in my office today. And I was like, how did you send her the link? And she sent her own link, but because I had to sign her up under me in the challenge app, she went under me as a customer. And I was just like, blah. So I'm going old school again this month, and we're going through Facebook.
Was she already signed up as a customer and she got switched over to you?
I don't know if Caitlin can talk. Your audio's not on, Caitlin.
Yeah, your audio isn't on. You could try leaving and coming back on, and then when you come back on, it says join. You can click on join by computer audio, or you can call in, or you can try using your phone.
But still, like, if I'm running it with my new apprentice coaches, they can't track anything on their challengers. It's all like I have to do everything. Like I have to tell them like, hey, here's how many times your challengers have checked in. Here's how many times, like they can't see anything because it's all under me. So if you're running it with multiple people, it doesn't really seem to work. And then I was like wondering how you would do the daily post points. Like what would you do now that you're going through the app?
I don't know. I haven't used it yet. I'm just trying it out because they talked about it on the video, and it's like I've been really resistant to trying it out. I think the only way for you to manage it is through the portal. I don't think you can do it on your phone. I think the only thing you can do on your phone on the app is to look at what's going on in there.
But I couldn't even figure out on my phone how to be me. Like I was only a challenger. Like I couldn't actually look at anything. I could only be a challenger, which was really frustrating to me. I couldn't look at all the other participants.
Oh, I can see the participants. Did you watch the video on how to use it?
I didn't watch the video, but I didn't find it that hard to set up through the portal. But
maybe you need to just watch the video on how to use the app.
Because I'm understanding when like in the app, I understand how to use the app, but I don't understand how to get out of being a challenger. I don't know how to use the app as the host, not the challenger.
I don't think there is. I don't think you have to get out of being a challenger. I think you are automatically the host.
No, I'm a challenger in mine.
Well, I'm a challenger in mine too, but I'm also the host.
Yeah, mine's not, and that's why I was like, fuck this, I gotta get out. Yeah, it won't let me be the host.
Okay, when I go to it and I click on the little, is this the screen that you have? Can you see this?
Yeah.
And then you click on the little bars, the little 3 bars in the top left.
Yep.
And then view my group.
Yeah, and then it just shows me like what groups I have up there.
Okay, and then you click on your group.
Yep, and then I'm just a challenger. Like if I were to post, it's as Stephanie Kathman, the challenger, not the host.
And then you go to, I don't know, man. I don't know how to use it, but watch the video. There is a way for you to see all the challengers because I looked at it today and I saw everybody in the group.
Okay, but either way though, as far as like, I would have to manage all of my coaches' people, like
info and files. When you go to info and files, you can see all the people in the group. Click on the little people icon, or click on the little people and then click on info and files, and then you can see all the people in the group. And then you click on each person.
Okay. It's not letting me click on people. Well, either way, I'm not going to use it. So I guess I'll be interested to see how you're going to use it. Cause I mean, like I said, my coaches can't check on their people because I'm in charge of them. Um, so it provided more work for me as like a coach leading other coaches.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. You know what? I'm gonna post this on the wall, on the 5-star wall, and just say like, is there a way for us to have more than one person leading the group?
Yeah, because like I had a lot of my coaches watch Lindsay Matway's YouTube video that you posted, and her thing was like, as an apprentice coach, like it is your role to be like the top challenger in the group. So that's what I'm telling my new coaches to do, like be the top challenger, be present, blah blah blah, and that's all they could have done on the app. But going old school, like they're splitting up and they're each going to like do like motivational post, nutrition post, and help out, which they couldn't have done in the app.
I don't know. This is my first time using it, so I'm testing it out, and I'm very resistant to it, but Facebook groups have been getting shut down. Some coaches are just getting shut down. They're not being able to post in their groups and things like that. So I'm like, I need to figure out how to do this,
Like we talked about on our team that it might be great to start playing with it for graduate group because, it's hard to get engagement in your graduate groups. And this way people would at least have to check in every day with their workout so we can see who's working out and who's not more easier.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's just for us that have a lot of people, like I have like 75 people in my graduate group. So that's a lot of people to input, but I guess once it's done, it's done.
I don't foresee them engaging more in this group than in the graduate group. Personally, I don't, but.
Well, I mean, the fact that they don't have to like log into Facebook and it would just pop up on their phone as an app, like, how the guy said, like, for instance, guys will use apps more than they will Facebook. So who knows? But that was my idea for the team, was to start using it for graduate groups because a lot of them are just starting to build theirs.
I don't know how you log in. I don't know if there's any other way to log in as the leader. I'll ask in the wall and I'll let you know what I find out. If there's a way for you to have multiple leaders running a group. I didn't really think about that because I don't have any apprentices this month really.
Okay.
I don't know how you do that. That's a very good question.
Or maybe just ask, like, what are people doing that have apprentice coaches? How are you using the app with your coaches?
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'll ask.
Thanks.
Back to what we were talking about though, as far as the vision and stuff like that. Does anybody have anything they want to? Who has a really clear vision of what they want? Raise your hand in their business and for their life.
Caitlin does, if she can talk.
I figured it out. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a miracle. Okay. Well, I had to make a vision for the last business I was in, and I kind of talked to you a bit about it, Stephanie. It was, Randy's starting up his business. Randy's my boyfriend, for all of you who don't know him. And so I see him running his and me running mine, and we're kind of doing it side by side and, making really good money and doing good things with that money, giving back to the community, giving back things that, we didn't have. And I'm just really excited. Like I can see like the house, I can see the cars, I can see my kids and giving them, everything in the world as far as traveling, and just having that financial freedom and freedom of time is going to be fabulous.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
I have a vision. I have a vision of John quitting his job. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I honestly can see that vision. And we've talked, and we have a vision of staying at our lake house for like a month in the summer. We struggled to even do like 2 days a week in the summer consistently because his job craps on him all the time, and we can't even do some of their planned vacations there. So I see us having a week vacation to hang out in Cumberland at the house on the boat. I see him being able to quit his job and do something fun. I see us being able to travel. I see my local team getting huge. We ran our first Super Saturday thanks to Krista. She did freaking amazing. And I couldn't have done it without her. So I see us growing bigger and better. And I see Harrison, Ohio being put on the map for, Beachbody coaches. That's what I see.
I like it.
That's awesome. I can see it. You guys are doing awesome. I mean, I look at your Super Saturday and it's just like, you're doing it. You're doing it, girl. I'm so proud of you. I mean, I'm like, it's amazing to see. It impresses me and it inspires me. It shows me that, we have a system that works. And if you plug into it, you will have success. I don't know if Stephanie shared with you her income last month, but she shared it with me and it's a full-time income.
I shared it with the team. I mean, I'll share it here. I'm ecstatic by it. I did $1,000 from the month I started until like December of last year, and it's been growing. I did $1,500 in January. I can't remember what I did in February. I did $2,700 in March. So that was $1,700 more than what I did my first year.
Almost three grand in a month. And she's been a coach for 15 months?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a full-time income right there. That's, $3,000 a month is $36,000 a year.
Yeah, my realistic goal is to do 2,500 on average a month so I can hit 30,000 this year. That's my realistic goal. And I know John's like, shoot for 50 so you hit 30, but I'm more realistic. Like I can see making 30,000 this year.
And that is why you won't make 50. Oh no, because I just talked about it, right?
I know. I struggle to dream big. I'm a realistic dreamer. I need to get out of that, but that's where I'm at right now.
I'm the same. I do the same thing, but I'm saying $300,000 this year, because if I say that and I hit 200, I'll be like, whoa.
But my goal for March was 2,000 and I did 27. So realistic thinking's not horrible.
And what is the fear of just saying 50? What is the fear of just saying it and just visualizing it and repeating it and affirming it every day?
I guess because deep down I don't see myself hitting it right now. So it's hard for me to dream it because I don't see myself hitting it right now this year.
Listen to what I talked about in this call?
I did, but I mean, I can't change my mindset in a minute. So, I'm just saying what I am.
No, you can't. But if you keep saying that you're only going to make 30 for the next 6 months, you won't make 50. But if you start saying it now, even though you don't believe it, and you keep repeating it every single day, you're the walnut seed. You're sitting there as the walnut seed, and you're going to create the sunlight and the soil and all the things, the nutrients and all the things that you need to make that happen. So I challenge you.
I'll add it to my affirmations.
Yeah. See,
I'm going to make $50,000.
There you go. It doesn't mean that you're going to, but if you shoot for 50, it'll be more likely that you'll hit 30 than if you shoot for 30, you'll probably only hit 20. Maybe not, but I'm just saying. There's a better odds that you'll hit 30 if you go for 50.
All right, I'll add it
There's
now.
a better odds that you'll hit 50 if you go for 100. I mean, the sky is the limit. I mean, Bonnie Engel has been a coach for like 2 years, and she's making $10,000 a week. So, the sky is the limit, guys. And it's not about the money. Yes, that's awesome, but at that point, you're so set. Like, you don't have. My thing, what I've been telling myself lately is I'm going to keep going into conversations. I'm going to treat my business as if I'm already making $10,000 a week. I'm going to show up as a coach for people as if I'm a coach that's making $10,000 a week. Because I know that if I'm making $10,000 a week, I don't need anybody to say yes to me. And when you show up with that kind of energy, to challengers, to customers, to coaches, when you show up as I'm making $10,000 a week, that's the mindset of who I am, and I don't need you, you're going to have a lot more people that are going to say yes. because they're going to feel the confidence that comes off of you. They're going to feel that energy that is, this person is going to take me where I need to go. This person is not begging me to be a part of something. They're going somewhere. And it's a question of, do I want to go with them? Do I think this person can lead me there? Or do I think that I don't want to go with them and I want to stay stagnant where I am? And that's what Lindsay Matway did. She took on, I remember watching her speak at a summit event, and she said she wanted to be a 15-star diamond, and she was like a 1-star. And she's like, I had to start thinking as if I was already a 15-star diamond, and what would a 15-star diamond do in this situation? So when she presented herself to the world, to her challengers, customers, coaches, and everything, she didn't present herself as if she needed anyone. She presented herself as if this train is not stopping. I am going to be a 15-star diamond. I am a 15-star diamond. I am at the top, and I'm going to the top, and you can either come with me or you can stay where you are. That choice is yours. And when you have that level of confidence, people are going to just be flocking to you, because they're going to be like, this person is going to take me where I need to go. This person is going places. I believe in them, and in believing in them, I believe in me.
Something that Lindsay said on that same topic that resonated with me is, she said, when you are begging people and being asking them over and over to be a part of, your challenge groups or your team, that you're putting the power in their court. So it's like they're doing you a favor by saying yes. And it's like, no, we're doing them a favor by inviting them. This is life changing. And the way she said that, I was like, wow, she's right. We're doing them a favor. So, I'm not going to beg someone to be on my team. I'm not going to beg someone to be in my challenge group, because I know what the opportunity can do for them. And if they want it, amazing. If not, that's okay. They'll want it later. That was a great call. If y'all haven't listened to it, you should.
I knew you would like it. I thought you would love the Bonnie Engel and the Raina Odell one too.
I listened to it, but I was multitasking, so I got to listen to it again. It's in my files of Malibu, though, because I know it's a good call.
Yeah, I would sit down and really focus and take notes. I'm telling you, girl, I'm gonna light a fire under your butt, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa, it's just gonna help you focus a little bit more beyond your." I love your 7-day beyond the 7-day. I think it's gonna help you with beyond that, the next step of where you want to take your team.
Yeah, I'm pushing that off one more week. So instead, Kristen's in charge of daily posts. And if anybody else wants to do this on their team, she's doing daily check-in posts. And it's basically the 3 vital behaviors. She's going to do a morning post on Malibu. She's just a morning post to Malibu.
Yeah.
Just kind of, today she asked what our vision is, where we want to go, our goals, and what do we struggle with the most of the 3 vital behaviors. And then, she'll do a daily post each day for kind of a gut check. Where are you at today? Are you doing anything? What are you doing?
Idea to post it in the team, because then it's a great idea. Maybe I should do that and just tag everybody that wanted to be tagged, and anybody that want to jump on.
Yeah, we're actually not tagging people, because my thought was, it's going to show who are the people that are working the business, who are the people that are in the thick of it. And for those that are maybe on the side, wondering what they're doing wrong. Well, if you're not participating, that's half the problem, because, we talk about, you got to write things down. If you're not writing them down, nothing's going to happen. So to me, this is here. We're writing it publicly so everybody can see what we're doing.
I don't know if it would work for Aloha. I don't know if it would work for Aloha, for my PS coaches.
I think some of your newer coaches, people like me that are, kind of running our own thing now, maybe not, but I think your newer coaches, it would.
That's what I'm saying. That's who I have in the group, is my newer coaches that are doing the group, the accountability group. It's not like you guys. So I feel like it'd be posting too much in Aloha if I was just to post it in Aloha, I have too many people that are at different points. Although I noticed nobody did the assignment on the app today. So, I mean, we're doing it in the challenge tracker app, and nobody did it. Nobody commented. So I don't know if people are remembering to check it, or not. Just kind of a bummer.
That's another thing I wasn't big on the app. When I invited everyone to the group, it's like I got like 4 people accepting the invite, and I'm just like, but on Facebook, it's like I know they're in the group, I know they can see it, but on the app, they were like sitting on it and not enrolling.
Yeah.
I think that might be good though, because it tells you how committed they are to it and what you need to work on with those customers as far as getting them really committed to the programs.
That was my thought too, but I mean, the people that didn't enroll in the app are posting in our group though.
Okay. Maybe they're confused about how to do it. I mean, it wasn't that difficult, but maybe we just need to send like a set of instructions with it possibly. I think Audrey,
You're going in and out. We can't hear you. I see your lips moving. There you are.
Sorry, I had a phone call coming in. I don't remember
What happened with Audrey, because that's what Marissa was asking about. How did Audrey get put in my system? Was she not a customer under you yet?
No, she was. I don't know who she bought. Who she bought whatever through. I guess her boyfriend has P90X, but I'm not sure who we bought it through either. So.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, I thought Marissa was talking.
Yeah, if nobody wants to share about their vision, then I'll go ahead and close the call down. But I'm gonna keep talking about vision, because that's what you need to have. And Stephanie, I bet you part of the reason that your business is growing the way that it is you have a clear vision now of where you're going. And you can see it happening for you. You know, you're open to it. You're open to the possibilities, and you're taking action every day to make it happen. So if you don't have it written down, if you don't have your vision written down, I highly recommend, first of all, get the book, and follow, and don't just read it or like listen to it and be like multitasking and doing other things. Like, I'm literally reading it and taking notes. I mean, it's taking me like, I'm not even finishing it, a chapter a day. I mean, I'm like chunking each chapter down into like time, and I'm taking notes. I do, just an FYI, I do about an hour of personal development a day. So, and I know that's not possible for everybody, but I feel like personal development and growing myself is the biggest piece of this business, especially with me I'm trying to go to the next level of leadership. I'm trying to lead, I'm trying to lead leaders at this point, and I'm doing it. I mean, Stephanie is a leader, and I'm leading her, and she's leading her own team, and we have a good dynamic, and we have a good exchange of information. So, but my intention is to keep doing that with more leaders, and raise up leaders within my team. And for me to get to that next level, I need to grow myself. And I know that that's the only thing that's holding me back is me. So personal development for me has become the biggest piece of everything. I mean, I'm still maintaining my invites, and I'm still maintaining all the things that I'm doing, but personal development and growing myself and working on myself and healing myself and being the best possible version of myself I can be is the biggest piece for me right now. And I think it should be the biggest piece always, because you're only going to grow your business to the level that you grow yourself. So I highly recommend the book, and I highly recommend, if anybody wants to jump in the group that's not already in, the accountability group with Stephanie, then feel free. You can join us.
What's the name of the book, Marissa?
It's called The Answer. It looks like this. The Answer by John. It's probably backwards, right?
A little bit.
John Osseroff and Murray Smith. It looks like this, just so you can see what it looks like.
Okay.
Just a paperback, but yeah, I really like it a lot. And if you're not in the habit of doing personal development at this point, a really good book that can help you get in the habit before you start The Answer is called The Miracle Morning. And that's just a great book to help you start getting in the habit of doing personal development. So if you're not yet ready for this, like if you feel like, whoa, what she was talking about is like way over my head and beyond my level, then don't try to take it on. Start with something, the step before this. The book that I read before this was The Miracle Morning, and it helped me really start making a habit of doing personal development first thing. The other thing that I've started to do is personal development before I come on these calls. Because what I noticed is, like, in the past, what I would do is I'd work, Monday, working, inviting, and expending all this energy. And by the time I would get on these calls for the team, I'd be like, I don't have anything left. I'm like so spent. And so I would just be like trying to just manage these calls without really having anything to bring to the table. So what I found is if I do some personal development, if 7:30, I sit down and I start doing some PD, when I get on the call, I'm inspired. And I'm like, I feel energized and I feel like I have something to share. So just an FYI for anybody that's leading calls or leading their team, or even going into conversations with people or inviting to the coaching opportunity, do some PD before you go into the conversation. Get fired up, get inspired, feel good, feed your mind and your body and your soul with some positivity before you go into that conversation, and you're probably going to have a better outcome than if you go into it like this workaholic mode and I'm just working, inviting, and I'm in this super negative and I'm frustrated, but hey, I'm going to go invite more people and I'm going to be more frustrated and negative and they're going to say no, and then I'm just going to create more negativity in my life. And I'm speaking from experience, not from judgment, because everything that I teach or say is because I'm learning from my own experiences. So I'm never teaching from a place of like, I'm the bomb.com and everybody else needs to like get on board. I'm like, hey guys, I'm in the trenches with you. I'm struggling. I struggle with mindset. I struggle with belief. I struggle everything that you struggle with. I still struggle with. It's just at a different level of my business. Certain things I have down, like other things, it's still the same. It's just on a different level. It's just in a different topic. So thanks so much for being on the call. I don't know what we're going to do next week, but I hope that you found some value in this, and I hope you start reading The Answer at some point in your coaching journey, because it's a great book.
I have a quick question about Summit that I'm getting asked. If you know, Krista was just asking me, she just signed up tonight from you talking about it on the call. Yay. And she's curious, if she'll actually get in. I mean, I know people got into Summit last minute last year, but.
I think so.
You do?
I can't say for sure.
Okay.
But I think so. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks so much for being on. Talk to you later.